Three more dead women. Not going to do that. Three more dead women. The Bayswater murder. Woman found stabbed to death in flat 12 hours after friends raised the alarm. She has been named as Kamonnan Thiamphanit. She held dual Chinese and Hong Kong nationality and worked in London. The family of a woman stabbed to death at a £3 million home. I don't think it was her home. I think it was an Airbnb, but I'm not sure. Near Hyde Park are devastated at their loss. Police said on Thursday as the manhunt for a killer is stepped up. Kamonnan Thiamphanit was discovered by officers when they forced entry to the Grade 2 listed property in Stanhope Place, Bayswater, at roughly 8:30 a.m. on Monday, a day after the alarm had been raised by friends. So friends of the 27-year-old who worked in London were concerned about her welfare. She was known to loved ones as Angela, and she died around the same time that a neighbour heard two high-pitched screams. Providing an update on the case outside New Scotland Yard on Thursday, Commander Owen Richards said police believe it's possible that Miss Thiamphanit's attacker was known to her. No shit, Sherlock. He said the Metropolitan Police were supporting her devastated family and friends as best they could as they come to terms with the tragic loss. They are overseas and the process of informing them has taken some time as a result. To lose a loved one in these circumstances is unimaginable, and our thoughts are with them. We ask that their privacy is respected at this very sad and difficult time. I completely understand the shock and concern this incident has caused. Here she is. This is her. Especially to women living and working in the area, and indeed to Londoners as a whole. I also appreciate there is significant speculation about what happened to Kamonnan. While our detectives are keeping an open mind regarding any motive, I can confirm they believe it's possible that her attacker was known to her. He added that her murder makes us all the more determined. Just not cutting it, Mr. Richards. You're being a twonk. It's not working. Whatever you think you're doing, it's not working. Women aren't even safe for the police from the police in London. Makes us all the more determined in our efforts to do everything we possibly can to keep women and girls safe. No, it's just not working. The terrible incident follows a number of horrific attacks on women recently, including in Croydon, Hackney and Lewisham. So, this is the second lady that I want to talk about, Sarah Mayhew. They found her cut up. They say she was killed on March the 8th. They still have not found her torso. What's going on? Police are hunting for the missing torso of a woman whose body was allegedly cut up with power tools and dumped in a South London park. Gemma Watts and Stephen Sansom, 44. Gemma Watts, 48, and Stephen Sansom, 44, a man and a woman, are accused of murdering 38-year-old Sarah at a private property on March the 8th. It is said her remains were then cut up and disposed of in Rodan Fields in New Addington, South London, New Addington. The police were first called out to the park last Tuesday morning to investigate human remains, but parts of Miss Mayhew's body have been identified, but some are still missing. The deceased body was certainly cut up into a number of parts with use of power tools. There is an ongoing investigation in relation to the whereabouts of the entirety of the deceased body. There you go, got two twonks there. Police were first alerted when a dog came across a human bone. Arms, legs and a head were then located nearby in the park with DNA tests confirming them as belonging to Miss Mayhew. This twonkess seems to have a black eye. That's a shame. Watts and Sansom have both been charged with murder and preventing the lawful and decent burial of Miss Mayhew's body. The court heard it's alleged both she and Sansom were present at the time of the murder. So, that's the second one. And then there's a third one. All these have sort of happened over a few days in the London area. Woman found dead in car in Hackney, named as the man been charged with murder. Detectives charged Gogo Atape with murder after the death on, is it Saturday? So she has now been named 25 years old. Kennedi Westcarr-Sabaroche was found on Wiston Road on Saturday. Officers forced entry to the vehicle, attempted to resuscitate the woman before the arrival of the ambulance staff, but she was pronounced dead at the scene. He was arrested. He's 27. He was arrested and charged with murder on Sunday, and on Monday he will appear in custody at Thames Magistrates Court. Surely he was known to her. I think that's probably, 100% certain they knew each other. So yeah, 25 years old, no longer with us. A family are heartbroken, as you can imagine. There's no photo of her. I found it difficult to find a picture of her. I have found a photo on TikTok, which I've put in the... Oh, God, this is another one. Oh, this is a 21-year-old boy. Oh, my God. It just never ends. Never ends, does it? Murders, violence. Ooh. Anyway, so going back to the very first one that we were talking about, this lady, Kamonnan. This is the building where she was found. So a post-mortem examination found that the cause of Miss Thiamphanit's death was sharp force trauma. No arrests yet. A murder investigation has been launched. But the Metropolitan Police, how often have we heard this, referred itself to the Independent Office for Police Conduct after initial contact with a friend who called them twice on Sunday at 7:05 p.m. and 9:34 p.m. because she hadn't been in touch for some time. Miss Thiamphanit was initially graded as a medium risk missing person prior to her body being found. According to reports, the 3-story, 5-bedroom terraced home dating back to the 1820s has this particular one reminds me of Anna Kennedi in Madrid. You know, a sort of upscale apartment in an upscale area. Video entry system at the front door. So she must have let her killer in. I mean, maybe Anna let her killer in. But don't forget that Anna's killer supposedly, I'm saying Anna's killer, Anna Kennedi has not been found yet. So I'm just, I'm making a presumption to assume that she's dead. With hopefully she is not. But her video entry system at her front door had been sprayed out by black paint. So I don't know if she let her, someone's abducted her if nothing else. But anyway, this case reminds me of it because of the upscale area, which is where Anna Kennedi was. Yeah, so apparently this was previously rented out by the Ethiopian embassy, but a spokesman confirmed that they in fact left 4 years ago. Residents believe the Westminster house has since been converted into an Airbnb holiday let. An elderly neighbour who has lived on the street for over 50 years said, "I did hear very, very high-pitched screams on Sunday evening coming from that direction. A series of screams. I recall two. I'm very sensitive to sound. They were very unusual. There was no other sound than the screams. Then silence after. I was in my room and I thought, that's very strange. Then I recall there was a sound from the other side of my house. What could I do? If it had continued, I would have stuck my head out. I've always been so paranoid living here. Wonder why? But nothing like this has ever happened before. I wonder why have you always been paranoid if nothing's ever happened before?" Detective Chief Inspector Adam Clifton, who leads the murder investigation, vowed to ensure whoever is responsible is held to account. My team continues to work tirelessly to piece together the events that led to Kamonan's murder. I would like to thank local residents for their patience while we have gone about our work at the scene. I would appeal to anyone who has information that could assist us, no matter how insignificant you think that might be, to come forward and speak to us. Kamonan's family and friends have been devastated by this murder, and we must ensure whoever is responsible to be held to account. So, since April the 2nd, the Met has launched homicide probes into the separate killings of 2 other London women. 38-year-old Sarah Mayhew, whose body was dumped in a Croydon park, and Kennedi Westcarr-Sabaroche, 25, discovered dead in a Vauxhall car on Wiston Road, Hackney. This is just not good enough. I just, that's all I can say. This has got to stop. So remember to live and love wisely, carefully. Let's get the candle lit again for these murderers. So they've caught one guy, haven't they? They've caught a man and a woman. So they've caught the guy who's allegedly killed Kennedi. He's in custody. The man and the woman who've allegedly killed and dismembered Sarah Mayhew, they're in custody. This is the good news. But as far as Kamonnan Thiamphanit is concerned, her murderer has not yet been apprehended. So you might hear in my voice, I feel very sad today. Today's been a very depressing day. I think, I might have to have a day off tomorrow. I can't. It's just so sad sometimes. It just seems endless. We've had the vigil in Ballarat. I've got a video going out about that and about Mick and about a cold case in Ballarat going out at some time tonight as well. I'm not sure which way round these videos will be shown. But yeah, this is it. That vigil could have been anywhere. Could be London, could be Manchester, could be Spain, could be Australia, could be America, could be Africa, could be China. We just don't get to hear about the things that happen in other countries like that. But that doesn't mean to say they don't happen. So, yeah, crimes of violence against women, unfortunately, are just all too common, aren't they? Okay, so I'll try and be back with a more cheery subject next time, or hopefully we'll have some good news. But until I see you again, may your God go with you.